More than a century after its tragic sinking, the Titanic continues to guard its secrets in the crushing darkness of the North Atlantic. But what if one of those secrets is still alive? In 2025, a state-of-the-art deep-sea drone, the Nurius X, was conducting a routine survey of the decaying wreck when it detected something impossible. A faint, rhythmic signal, a steady, repeating pulse emanating from deep within the ship's mangled steel hull. In an environment where intense pressure and freezing temperatures should have silenced everything, something was inexplicably broadcasting. The team, thousands of feet above on the surface, was baffled. Was it a malfunction? A glitch in their equipment? They ran every diagnostic, but the signal was real. It was deliberate and structured, originating from a previously unexplored section of the sterno-sealed chamber, miraculously intact despite the ship's violent descent to the ocean floor. The decision was made to investigate. With painstaking precision, the Nurius X was maneuvered through the treacherous, collapsing corridors of the sunken giant, a journey into the heart of a legend. As the drone's powerful lights cut through the eternal gloom, they illuminated a scene that defied all logic. Inside the sealed room, debris and silt covered everything, except for a single chair. Seated upright in that chair was a human skeleton, preserved by the unique anaerobic conditions of the chamber. Its posture was eerily poised, not slumped in death, but sitting with a strange sense of purpose. And in its bony hand, it clutched a gleaming gold pocket watch. This wasn't just any watch. The drone's sensors confirmed it was the source of the mysterious signal. The watch was still ticking. After 113 years submerged under 2.5 miles of water, it was still functioning. Its rhythmic electromagnetic pulse broadcast in a silent, lonely message from the abyss. The sight was beyond comprehension. How could a mechanical device from 1912 survive, let alone operate, in such extreme conditions? The team aboard the research vessel stared at their monitors in stunned silence, realizing they had stumbled upon something far more profound than just another artifact. This discovery sent shockwaves through the historical and scientific communities. But what made the finding even more chilling was a declassified file from decades earlier. In 1985, Dr. Robert Ballard, the man who famously discovered the Titanic's final resting place, had detected a similar, albeit weaker, signal. At the time, his expedition was a cover for a top-secret U.S. military mission to locate lost nuclear submarines. When his team reported the anomalous signal from the Titanic, they were given a direct order: ignore it, classify the data, and never speak of it again. For 40 years, the secret was kept. Was the military aware of what was down there? Did they know what that signal represented? Modern analysis of the 2025 data began to peel back the layers of the mystery. The pocket watch was no ordinary timepiece. Her resolution scans revealed it was an incredibly complex piece of technology, far ahead of its time. Beneath its elegant gold casing lay a lattice of intricate circuitry and a power source unlike anything known from that era. Experts theorized it might have been an experimental prototype, a long-range resonant transmitter, perhaps designed by a brilliant inventor like Nikola Tesla. Was it being smuggled to America aboard the unsinkable ship? And was its owner trying to send a message when the disaster struck? The questions were overwhelming. Who was this person? What was the purpose of this device? The skeleton's identity remains a mystery. No passenger or crew records match the strange circumstances. Here she was, a ghost, an undocumented traveler on a voyage to eternity, clutching a piece of impossible technology. The signal it emitted was not random. It was a complex, repeating code that cryptographers are still struggling to decipher. It's a message broadcast for over a century, waiting for someone to finally listen. As the Nurius X drone continued its observation, the situation grew more perilous. Analysis of the chamber's atmosphere revealed a high concentration of trapped gases, including volatile methane, produced by decomposition over the decades. The electromagnetic field generated by the watch was stable, but any attempts to disturb it to physically retrieve it could be catastrophic. The slightest change in its energy output could potentially spark an explosion, destroying the chamber, the evidence, and the drone in an instant. The device was not just a transmitter, it was a potential time bomb. The expedition team faced an agonizing choice. They were on the brink of one of the greatest discoveries in modern history, yet a single wrong move could obliterate it forever. The mystery of the ticking watch and its silent guardian was too precious and too dangerous to risk. Reluctantly, the mission commander gave the order to retreat. The team would pull back, leave the chamber sealed, and preserve the scene just as they had found it. The secret would have to wait. But as the Nurius X began to pull away, its camera still fixed on the haunting tableau, it captured one final, bone-chilling image. On T-screen, the skeleton's skeletal fingers, which had been loosely cradling the watch, appeared to tighten their grip. It was a subtle, almost imperceptible movement. Was it a trick of the light? A shift caused by the drone's thrusters? Or was it something else? It was as if, after a century of solitude, the silent sentinel knew it was being watched, and it was not ready to give up its secret. The drone retreated, and the darkness once again consumed the room, leaving the skeleton in its chair, the watch in its hand, ticking and transmitting its enigmatic message into the void. The mystery of the Titanic has only deepened. It is a story not just of a sunken ship, but of a secret that has been kept alive, against all odds, in the silent, waiting dark. What message is it sending? And who was it for? For now, the answers remain locked away, 2.5 miles beneath the waves, with a guardian who refuses to let go. Thanks for watching, and if you're fascinated by the world's greatest mysteries, make sure to subscribe for more.